All right, let's see. This is okay. It should be good. Hey guys, my name's Israel Hickey. I wanted to talk to you guys about some things today. This is my first video I've made, so you have to bear with me a little bit. But yeah, one of the things I've been thinking about lately, guys, is just about like this feeling about being alone or feeling trapped or just feeling confused in your life, because I think it's a very common issue. I think that a lot of people do feel like lost, or they just don't know what to do with their lives, or just very confused, and just kind of disconnected in many senses from the world, or just disconnected from their lives, just getting lost and everything going on. So I want to talk a little bit about that, because that's how I've been kind of feeling. That's how I've been feeling lately, the last like year, I would say, and even before that. But yeah, guys, so my name's Israel Hickey. I grew up in West Brookfield, Massachusetts, central Massachusetts. I've lived here my whole life. I was homeschooled as a kid, all the way until, from kindergarten all the way till I think I was 15. 15, I swapped over to public school because it was not going well for me. Like, homeschooling, and in 6th and 7th grade, I like started skipping classes and stuff. It wasn't good. I wasn't very focused. I was getting distracted. I wanted to go out and, explore, kind of thing. I didn't care about education. And, yeah, so I went to public school, which was terrifying for me. That was a really hard time. Freshman year, starting, not knowing anybody, being the new kid. And yeah, it got better. I learned a lot of social skills, and it got to be a lot better, but it was rough. That first year in 9th grade was rough, because they're like, who's this homeschool kid? Where did he come from? He's very shy, very, doesn't like to talk to anybody, always like studying. What is wrong with this guy? Because I worked hard that first year in studying, because I didn't want to feel like an idiot. So that's why I worked really hard, and it went really well. But yeah, so after high school, I ended up traveling. I joined this program called YWAM. My sister had told me about, both my sisters have done YWAM in England and in Japan at that time. And I wanted to check it out. I wanted to go to England. I wanted to go to many different places. And I was praying and really crying out to God, what do I do? What do I do? And I just felt peace about going to England. So I went to a YWAM base in England, grew a lot. I just began to fall in love with just traveling and exploring Europe, and kind of like inspired a lot of my interests, even today. A lot of my interests were inspired by that first time I traveled to Europe. So yeah, that gave me a lot of clarity traveling, and just like kind of challenging a lot of my background and the way I thought about things. And I had to grow. It was like I was facing all of these different challenges in my life, and it was like I can't just like shy away and just get lost and everything. I had to grow. You have to grow in those situations. You have to come to terms with yourself and be like, what do I actually believe? Like, what is actually, who am I, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I grew up thinking all of these certain ways growing up in Massachusetts. Like, I grew up with Christianity, like a lot of I was being pushed on like European mindsets, like, is capitalism the right way? Is evolution true? And all of these things, I was like, no, like, you can't believe that. Like, you're so wrong. And I got challenged, you know what I mean? It was challenged. I had to grow a lot of the time and just have good conversation with people, practice communication skills. And it was really good. Grew a lot. So I went back home, worked, and went to another school in YWAM, which was even harder, more challenging, got thrown in the fire, kind of thing. Had some actually bad experiences there, which I'm not going to get into, but it wasn't the best. Between those two programs, I lived in England for a year, and I spent some time in Berlin, which was really cool. I'll have to share more about that time in Berlin. Worked with a lot of like homeless people and refugees, which was really cool. And then I also spent a couple weeks in Spain for the second school, and that was good. And yeah, all of these traveling just made me realize, man, I just love to try new things. I love to challenge myself. I love to learn and grow, and that's what I love more than anything else. And yeah, so got back from that. I continued working at various jobs, and throughout all that, I kind of, realized I also like food and drink, like coffee and, beers, and love good food. So I've even thought about like becoming a chef lately. I'd like to get more into like the culinary world as like a hobby, maybe not like as a main career. But yeah, so right now I'm thinking about going. I'll be going for my bachelor's. I finished 2 years in it at a school called QCC, and it's in Worcester. But yeah, it was good going to college. But I'm just debating now, like going online, like, is online school the way to go? And what I've kind of felt like it is the right way right now in my personal journey. Like I wouldn't recommend like online school like for everybody, because like being in person is so much more valuable because you meet more people. It's those connections that are actually like one of the best things, if not the best thing. But right now I'm really trying to get into like a field of business, because I'm just trying to get experience in the business realm and just kind of see where it takes me. But yeah, it's all a journey. I'm learning a lot about myself, about, my passion for like being outdoors, traveling, and helping people. Like those are my three main things, I would say. And just like encouraging people. I wanna be able to encourage people. I want to be able to help people, and just get them out of this like just feeling lost, alone, and just a confused mindset. Because I think we can lead ourselves into very rough paths when we feel like that. Because I know I felt like that, and it's kind of led me to get into like this grind mentality. You're not even really living. You're just kind of like doing things because you feel like that's what in society that's what you have to do. And I'm here to just kind of remind everybody that, hey, there's a wider world out there. Go out and travel, get out the outdoors, go explore, do something crazy, go cliff jumping, and it will challenge you, and it will remind you that life is so much more than what society makes of it, or what everybody thinks. You know what I mean? It's like, it's your personal journey, it's your personal growth, and, it might look different from me. You might be an artist, you might like painting or something, That's one thing I really appreciate too, is like sports and creativity is like my two favorite things, like just being active and outdoors. But yeah, guys, so this is my first video, and I'm gonna try to keep on making these, and yeah, keep growing, keep going, and keep moving forward, guys. All right, peace.